Our next presenter is actually going to be Mr. Bob Mountain. I just love saying his name, so I want to say it again. It's going to be Mr. Bob Mountain. He's actually pretty cool, yeah? Dedication, if you actually talk about being dedicated to your customers, it can't get better than this. I was just talking to him, and he went skydiving with his new customer to just bond with him and understand what how the customer thinks and how he'd get to know him better. Not just that, sometime before that, he went diving with great white sharks along with our Radix team. So if you want to do business, I'd suggest you catch Mr. Bob Mountain after this session. You never know what you might end up doing. Maybe fly with dragons the next time around. He's originally from Boston, but he's also lived in Paris and Toronto. He's got a blog, and he writes about sake. How cool is that, right? Like, by a show of hands, how many people think he's already, like, too cool for this? Like, come on. Really? That's it? You don't think he's cool? Oh, slam. All right. So now that we've got that aside, what he actually does is he's the Chief Revenue Officer for AfterNIC. He's been here for 4.5 years, and he's going to be talking how you can increase your revenue with premium domain names. Since most of y'all are resellers here, and premium domains are kind of picking up even in the Indian market, this is going to be a very interesting talk, and I hope you all get something out of it. And
thanks, everyone, for coming. This is my second time in India. Last year, I was here for the Reseller Summit in Mumbai. I'd have to say I really enjoyed my time there. It's a very special place, and really happy to come back. This time we have a booth, and it's been a great conference so far. We've met a lot of really interesting people. Everyone here is obviously really passionate about their business, and so we're happy to meet as many of you as we've had the chance to, and hopefully we'll see the rest of you today or tonight. I'd like to give a special thanks to the Reseller Club Direct Eye team for having us here. We've had the pleasure of knowing them for quite a few years and working with them very closely for the past year, both on new TLDs and the Reseller Club Logic Box's Big Rock initiative. I'd have to say the team that we've had the chance to work with, I don't think there's a better group of people in the industry, so we're very proud to be a partner with Reseller Club and Direct Eye, and thank them for giving us the opportunity to come here today. So I'm here to talk about premium domains. Okay? So we'll talk a lot about what they are, why they're good, but essentially, to capture it all in a nutshell, premium domains, it's a new product for Reseller Club. It's only been available for about a month. It's really easy to integrate for you. Customers like it a lot, and it makes you money. So for me, those are all good things. Checks all the boxes, and we're, again, very happy to be bringing this to you through the Reseller Club. My company, we're from Boston. Again, where Sahil said, I've been born and raised there, so it's for me, it's a great place. If you don't know Boston, it's just north of New York. It's a great town. We have 52 universities in Boston, including MIT, Harvard, Berkeley School of Music, Emerson College for the Arts. So there's a lot of people who go there for school and stay there. It's a great town. It was ranked number 2 in the United States for venture capital funding last year. So it's a great town to start a company, to get funded, to recruit talent. Some of the biggest brands in technology have started in Boston. Facebook was started in Boston at Harvard. EMC, the storage giant. Gillette, the razor company. Fidelity, financial services. Bain Capital, as well as Biogen Idec, this huge pharmaceutical and biotech presence. So Boston's a wonderful place. But what I really like about Boston is we love our sports. So I don't know if you can see this, but the Boston Red Sox are in the playoffs right now. They're going deep. They came in first last season. If you notice, New York City, the Yankees, the evil empire, came in third. Broke our heart. We also have 3 other major league teams, the Boston Bruins, the Boston Celtics, and the New England Patriots. If you sell premium domains and you come to Boston, my promise to you is I will take you to a game. All right? So you get to Boston, I promise we'll do that. Okay? So what is a premium domain anyways? Well, there's a lot of people draw parallels between real estate and domain names, and it's very, very appropriate. Domain names, that's your virtual storefront. With physical real estate, your house, your business, it's about location, location, location. The same thing with domain names. The quality of your domain name says a lot about your website, your business, yourself, right? That's your presence. What is a premium domain name? Well, there are 250 million, roughly, domains registered today, right? Premium domains are those that are already registered, very high quality. They typically are shorter. They're very memorable. The keyword rich, or acronyms, short acronyms. So they can be very supportive for your brand. They are also very SEO friendly, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but search engines do like premium domains, so it's a real asset for you in terms of improving your search engine ranking. They also may have traffic already, so if they're a short generic domain with keywords, people type those in. So if you get a premium domain for your business, you might find it comes with a built-in audience, which is a great way to start off with a new domain. Here are some examples. We sell 2,000 to 3,000 premium domains every month, okay, to companies of a whole range of sizes. Here are a few, and we find they tend to get built out very quickly. Over 80% of our customers who buy domains have them developed and deployed within 6 months. Okay, so these aren't domains that people are buying and sitting on. They're buying them and putting them to work. Okay. Why would a customer invest in a premium domain? Obviously, there's a bit of legitimacy that you get by having a great domain name. If you've got a great .com, a great CCTLD, just really short, memorable, that's going to say a lot, as I said before, about your business. But also there's an ROI. Your premium domain name can help attract more customers to your website for a wide range of reasons. If you're able to monetize those customers, then you can pay for that domain. Most of our customers tell us that their premium domains that they bought are paid for in less than a year. So you pay for it, but it very quickly pays for itself in terms of increased traffic, increased customers. You're more discoverable. There's companies now that all they do is say, get online. We're going to help you get online. We're going to help you get discovered, right? Premium domains are a really good element of that strategy. The other thing about premium domains, we're talking about an aftermarket. These domains have been registered. Google likes domains that have been registered for a long time. Why? Because domains that are newly registered, they could be spam. Somebody can just register it, fire off a bunch of spam, it gets blacklisted, and they drop it. If it's been registered for years, like many of these premium domains have, well, they trust it. And if they trust it, they rank it more highly. So that's why customers invest in premium domains. Oh, we're talking about an aftermarket. This is a secondary market for premium domains, right? Secondary market means there's a pool of these assets that are available to be purchased. They're owned by individuals or companies, organizations, and they're available on an aftermarket. There are many, many examples of aftermarkets across different industries. The U.S., think about it, the market for shares, for stocks, is much bigger than the primary market. This is an example where the aftermarket is much bigger than the primary market in stocks. It's the same in residential real estate. It's the same in cars. These aftermarkets are much bigger than the primary market. The same is not the case in domains, which is weird, because domain names are a virtual good. They should be very easy to transfer, right? But because the market has, until fairly recently, been somewhat fragmented and it's been hard to transfer, the aftermarket for domain names is not at the same state as the aftermarket in other industries. Okay, my company, AfterNIC, is all about changing that. We are making domain transfers very easy, so that you don't have to be a domain professional to do it. You can be a small business owner, all right, an individual, somebody who's running a club or what have you. All right, so we make the aftermarket available to everybody. We make it ubiquitous. It's not a small market. If you include everything, auctions, expiring domains, parking, it's actually approaching $1 billion. So it's not a small market, but it's going to be a lot bigger. It's growing very quickly, and the growth is accelerating. It's getting bigger and bigger, but we believe it's in its infancy. That means this is a good time for you to get into premium domains because you're catching it early before it really takes off. Okay. Who buys premium domains? You see this chart, 42% of our customers have 5 employees or less. Many of them have just 1. Right? 72% are what we would consider small and medium-sized businesses. Right? These are companies, typically it's not their first domain, They had a domain when they first got their website, and now they're buying a much better domain because they appreciate what that can do for their business. If you are targeting small businesses with your product, with your service, if you're selling domains and hosting to small businesses, our portfolio is crosshair perfect spot on for your target customers, right? These domains are going to fit very well with the people you're trying to recruit. And why is that? Well, right now, most small businesses around the world are not online, right? The stat I've heard is less than 10% in India, less than 10% in China. It just broke the halfway point in the US. That's fairly recently, I think within the past year. Worldwide, it's about 33% of small businesses globally are online. What that means is there's a vast, huge pool of small businesses that aren't online that know they need to be, that plan to, and you're facilitating that. Why do small businesses want to get online? Small businesses that are online grow twice as fast, earn twice as much revenue, and hire twice as many people as those that are not online. Right? So when we've done polls and when we looked at secondary research, small businesses know that being online is good. They know they need to do it. They're doing it, right? Target that market. That's where all the growth is. Small businesses are the engine for growth for our economies. And by enabling them to get online, which you are all doing, you're really driving that growth. That's where most of our economic growth is coming from right now. Right? So what we call swimming with the tide. You're going after a market that's growing, that's a perfect fit for your service, and premium domains is an excellent complement to what you're already doing. So aftermarket, domains, right? How does it all work? Well, AfterNIC is the largest premium domain reseller network in the world. We have by far the most advanced technology to facilitate domain transfers between parties. So we have this pool, millions and millions and millions of aftermarket domains that are owned by thousands of people. They could be portfolios of domains owned by registrars. They could be one domain owned by a grandmother in Ohio, right? They could be, the whole range, these domains. You've got a website, you've enabled premium domains, let's say, and somebody buys one on your site. You don't have to do anything. AfterNIC takes care of that transfer from wherever it was, whichever registrar, transfers that across our system into the ResellerClub environment where it's then put into your customer's account. Okay? That's all you have to do, and then you get a check. It's a beautiful thing. AfterNIC, we move more domains than any other company in the industry by far, by a factor of 3 to 4. It's the most secure technology, and it's growing very rapidly. So the AfterNIC system, that's what makes this all work. Okay? This is a global network. We have over 110 direct registrars. That's not including all the ResellerClub registrars that are all participating. ResellerClub, we count that as one. We don't count the hundreds or thousands of resellers that are underneath our wholesale partners. We have customers across, in Asia, in South America, in North America, and Australia. Right? This is truly a global network of connected registrars. Right? Asia is by far our fastest growing region right now. We have a higher average sales price for our domains in Asia than we do anywhere else in the world. This is the growth market. That's why we're so excited to be here today, because this product is really taking off in this region. So why should your customers care? Well, I told you we're going to talk a little about search engines. We spend a lot of time making sure that premium domains are very search engine friendly. Search engines like short domains. They like them better than long domains. There's a strong correlation between the length of the shortness of a domain and page rank. Okay? And this is true despite Google's ongoing enhancements to their algorithm. They continue to favor short, premium, keyword-rich domains. Okay, why is that? Because people who buy premium domains put them to work, and they're not gaming the system. They're buying a domain that's relevant to the content, and Google recognizes that as well as Bing. Right? The people who get in trouble. Last year I had a question because Google had just come out with a new algorithm, and where people were gaming the system, people were buying keyword-rich domains and then using them for a different purpose. Right? Google figured that out. And if you're doing that, if you're gaming the system, buying a keyword-rich domain that's not relevant to your content, you're going to get punished really badly. This works really well for small businesses whose content is relevant to the domain name. They love exact match domains. They tend to do very well on the search engines. .com, even better than CCTLDs. Even hyphenated. Now, hyphens aren't necessarily, they're some people say they're neutral. Some people say they're actually preferred in Europe, in Germany, for example. The fact is that an exact match with hyphens is viewed positively, so you can get one of those. Not as much, however, as an exact match without hyphens. So it definitely improves your search engine positioning. So again, if your search engine ranking is better, that's where your ROI comes from. You're getting more organic traffic that you don't have to pay for. You're getting naturally to your site, which means you get more customers. If you can monetize those customers, you pay for that domain in less time. Okay. People ask me, what about new TLDs, right? How is that going to factor in? I can tell you that every new TLD applicant that we've spoken with, and we've talked to just about all of them, has a premium domain strategy or knows they need one. Okay. We've worked very closely with the Radix team on .pw and now on in.net to create a premium domain, to work with them to create a premium domain strategy. We've been thrilled with the success we've had with .pw with premium domains. Okay. We initially thought that was going to be really focused on professionals, professional web. We found out that even generics are doing well. Short acronyms are doing well. So it's really gone much broader beyond the scope of what we initially thought. Domain investors are buying it. It's turned out to be a great TLD. And that's just the beginning, right? The real wave hasn't even hit yet. We're working with TLD applicants like .menu, .build, .luxury, and they all want a premium domain strategy. So when a registrar says to me, well, I'm not sure about premium domains because I'm really focused on new TLDs, it's not an either or. If you don't support premium domains, then you're going to miss out on one of the big advantages of new TLDs. They're selling premium new TLDs as part of their launch. Okay? Now, if someone goes to buy, let's say, Mumbai nightclubs.in.net, right? Under the old pricing scheme, they could buy that for $10 or $20, whatever the primary registration cost was. You make a small markup on that, and you sell it. Now, that domain would be priced at $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, okay? And you get 5 or 10% of that. Right? So your commission on these names enables you to make a much bigger profit as part of a premium domain strategy than you could before when it was just flat rate primary domain. So it's a good thing for you. You're getting margin. The customer's paying a fair market price, right? So it's really the system is working the way it should. Which ones are going to be really successful? We get that question a lot. Which of these new TLDs do you think are going to do well? If someone tells you they know, well, I'm not sure I believe it because I don't think anyone knows which ones are going to do well. This is really uncharted territory right now, but the companies that market the best, the companies that execute the best are the ones that are going to succeed. So, we've been pretty impressed with the Radix team and what they've done so far. So we're again, very excited to be partnering with them. But I think there's definitely some interesting possibilities we're going to see and some great domain names that are going to be coming through as part of the new TLD launch. Okay, so let's cut to the chase. What is in it for you? Right? You're a reseller. What is the benefit to you in introducing premium domains? First of all, you make a profit. Our average sales price was just under $2,000 globally. Right? If you sell a premium domain name to a customer on your site, your commission is going to be at least 5%, if not more, depending on the domain. It does vary. Right? So you're going to make $100 net margin to you on the sale of that premium domain. How many .coms or other domains do you have to sell to make that kind of profit? Right? A lot more. But that's just the beginning. These customers have much higher renewal rates. If you spend $2,000 on a domain, you are not going to forget to renew it. You are not going to let it expire. You're going to renew that domain every year. So what you are buying is a customer that's going to stay with you for a much longer period of time. They're going to renew year in, year out. Most of these customers that buy a premium domain, they don't just buy 1-year registration. Usually they buy 3 or 5 or even more. So you're making more money on this customer because in addition to the commission you're getting multiple years of registration. Okay? Lastly, premium domain customers spend on average 5 times more on services. Right? Think about it. It makes sense. You spend $2,000 on a domain, 80% of them have it running within 6 months. They need hosting. They need SSL certificates. They need other services. These customers are going to be your highest value customers. The most profitable customer segment that you will have will be your premium domain customers. They make you money. They have the highest lifetime value of any other customer. It's also, so that's good. It makes you money. It's a better user experience, right? There are 110 million .coms registered. Have you ever tried to go to a registrar and get a .com? It's impossible, right? They're all taken. So if all you do is say, sorry, you can't have that one, here's some other unregistered ones that are probably not that good, that's not a great user experience. A much better user experience is to say, okay, you're looking for this, yeah, you can have it. It's available as a premium domain name for this price. Okay? You're giving your customer more choices, right? So that's a good, much better user experience. If the customer looks and says, oh, $2,000, I can't afford that right now, but now I realize what my choices are, so I end up buying a primary domain name because I'm not ready to invest yet in a premium domain. But you've given the customer some choice, and ultimately they've converted. Lastly, customer retention. Again, what we said is 110 registrars around the world with which we have a direct relationship who are selling premium domains. That doesn't count the hundreds and thousands of resellers. If you're not selling premium domain names, your competitors are. If they can't get a domain they want with you, there's many, many other options for them. So from a competitive standpoint, I think it's really important to be offering this because you don't want to lose that customer. If they buy that domain elsewhere, you may lose the other services, you may lose that customer for good. The last reason is it's really easy. The ResellerClub team has done a great job of integrating this into your environment, right? So if you use the SuperSite 2, it's already there. It's by default activated in SuperSite 2. So you don't have anything else to do, just run it, right? If you're using the API, so you've got a more custom website, it's all available within the API, right? So you can get your premium domains from your ResellerClub API. It's all in the documentation now. I think an email went out 2 or 3 weeks ago, which explained how to do this. If you're using I think it's what's called the plugin, not available yet on that, but talk to your your ResellerClub representative, and they'll keep you posted on the availability of that option. Right. So I think these slides will be made available. I've put some examples here of websites. If you don't know anything about premium domains, you want to learn more, there's a ton of websites out there that give you a lot of information about premium domains, how they're valued, what are the trends. And so just by way of giving you some resources, we've listed them there. Okay. Again, the ResellerClub team has been great to work with. They're totally plugged in on this. So if you have any questions, they can definitely help you. I've got one person in Europe. I've got 2 people in North America. We both cover Asia as well. So if you've got any questions, not only the ResellerClub team, but my team is available to help you anytime. Right? And if you do come to Boston, again, we'd love to have you for a tour of the office and take in a game. So this has been really great. I'm glad we could spend a few minutes and just talk a little bit about what we do and how it could help you. We're very excited to be here, very excited about the growth potential of this part of the world, and thrilled to be working with such a quality organization as the ResellerClub. So thanks all for your time today.